Hi guys, just popping in before this video starts to thank our patrons and channel members, A Nerd Travels, Manic, Jack Wingate, and Nick Badley. If you want to join our Patreon or YouTube membership, there'll be a link to the Patreon page in the description, and you can of course join our YouTube membership system by pressing the join button. If you join them as a paid member, not a free member by the way, you'll get early access to our new videos and hopefully some exclusive content. So if you guys want to support us, just click those links. Anyway, let's get into the video. Greetings viewers, Hugh here coming to you from an Overground train heading towards Stratford on the North London line, where trains have always terminated. Or have they? Because while, yes, the Overground has terminated here at Stratford, it's only done so since 2006. And before then, back when it was run by Silverlink Metro, it used to run much further. So join me as we explore the old North London line route to North Woolwich. Let's go! So I'm starting my journey here at Stratford International. Now I know what you're thinking, Hugh, the trains definitely didn't run to here. This station was only opened in 2011. And you're right, but the track that leads to it and the branch that the DLR forms are mostly the original North London line. Just south of here, it runs alongside the current track that comes from Gospel Oak, and there used to be a little track link that linked it up to the modern day DLR branch. So the DLR from Stratford to Canning Town uses the original route. So we're going to head down to Canning Town and explore the original route that runs alongside the Jubilee line. So let's get going.
This is a DLR service to Woolwich Arsenal.
So just around here, we're coming around the curve near the Olympic Stadium. You can see this track over there, those overhead wires. That, I believe, is the Overground track that comes from Gospel Oak and Richmond. There is an Overground train there, and there used to be a track link somewhere around here that linked it up to the current line I'm on now, which is heading for, well, used to head to North Woolwich, but now we just go to Canning Town. This track has actually been here for a while. It only became underground when they built the Westfield above us. But we are actually travelling along the original North London line track, and we are pulling into what used to be known as Stratford Low Level. So I am currently standing on the DLR platforms going towards Stratford International that way and Woolwich Arsenal that way. Now, the modern architecture might indicate to you that this is, brand new. This was added when the DLR got extended in 2011. But this set of platforms are even older than the 1990s station building that's behind me. This used to be Stratford Low Level. Back when it was just the Great Anglia Main Line over there, this was the low level platform. So these platforms have actually been here for ages. Here's in fact a picture of a train pulling in. Now of course these were the North London line platforms here until 2006 when they got moved up there somewhere to the modern day location next to the main line. But this is literally where it used to be. So there you go. And well, the DLR from here, it followed the same route that was later on used by the Jubilee line, which is over there, and it stopped at pretty much all the same stations. So it stopped at West Ham and Canning Town. So we're going to get off at West Ham and Canning Town and see the original platforms for the North London line. Let's get going. So we are pulling into West Ham, which is the first stop on our journey today, after Stratford obviously. And well, of course the modern platforms are the original ones. Let's have a look. So, welcome to stop number 1 on the North London line Woolwich branch, West Ham. Well, the old platforms are of course now the DLR platforms on the widened line. Again, it's just basically a basic conversion. I've had a look around. Unfortunately, there really isn't much left to indicate that this used to be National Rail. I mean, the track is different. It's gone from third rail to bottom contact. Trains has gone from a class 313. Wonder where they ended up. to these stocks, but yeah, this is the first stop, and the Jubilee line is right there, obviously. But yeah, West Ham, first stop on the old route. On to Canning Town.
You would also need to arrive in and go to the opposite platform, platform number 2. Again, this train is calling more stations to Woolwich Hospital by London City Line.
So here we are, pulling into Canning Town on the original platforms. So we've made it to Canning Town, and this is where we leave the Jubilee line, and where we now head towards Royal Victoria, and on towards North Woolwich. So let's get this train to Beckton, to Royal Victoria. Again, got the original station, unmodified as well. Let's go, gotta make this. We're going to be on this train towards Royal Victoria, where we get off to see some old sites, and then we're going to go on to Custom House, where the old route is taken over by a different railway. Let's go. So I've come one stop down the line to Royal Victoria, and this is where finally we get to some disused stuff, because this part of the railway is not in use. So right behind me is the track that went on to Custom House and eventually North Woolwich, and just behind there is where the Elizabeth line emerges from Canary Wharf, so we're going to get onto that. But this way, sorry about the sun, this is where the line also ran, so that's just a now little siding track, but that's where it used to come from Canning Town. So right now, the Stratford International trains, if they do come from Stratford International, they occasionally might go to Beckton, I don't know. They come in on there, but they used to come from here. And in fact, there's even a remnant of it. There's this bridge right there that was built in 1994 when this station opened on the Beckton extension, and its purpose was just to serve as a bridge over the North London line. It's kind of redundant, and since then they have now built this access ramp to get to the main road. So we're just leaving Royal Victoria. Between here and Custom House you run alongside the old route, so I'm going to get you some footage of the old track bed. Well, right here, this is a recent development. This is where the Elizabeth line resurfaces. I'm pretty sure you can tell where we're going to be going next. I'm at Custom House. Now, this station actually used to be a lot like Royal Victoria, with a fake-ish bridge, because the North London line did stop here over the old track, but because of some random recent development, got no idea what it really is, it's now really, really different. So yeah, let's go to the next bit of the abandoned line. Well, I say abandoned, this bit is also in use, but no more bits still in use by the DLR. So we're looking at the tracks beyond Custom House. We've got the Elizabeth line on the left, the DLR on the right. You can see the DLR going on to Prince Regent on the right. But this track here is actually the original North London line. Of course, it was then converted to the Elizabeth line. So this used to be a North London line stop, but the platforms were significantly lengthened. And it goes into a tunnel over there underneath the Royal Docks. Now you might think, oh, brand new infrastructure. No, it's not. I'll explain that in a minute. Here on the Elizabeth line platforms here at Custom House, and these are actually the original North London line track. Obviously the tunnel there is new, going through to the core, but yeah, this is all brand new and stuff. But yeah, from here it does follow the original route pretty much all the way to the terminal, so unfortunately there is no station where North Woolwich used to be. There's the train, in fact. So we're going to have to go to the last bit of the line later on. But let's get this train through the North London line tunnel under the docks that is still in use.
Next station, Woolwich.
So we're here on the Elizabeth line, we're just leaving Custom House, and from Custom House all the way to the Victoria Dock Tunnel portal, it follows the original line's route, pretty much all the way to the terminus, which is very, very cool. Although unfortunately, as of right now, there is no stop on the north side like there was before, so that's a little annoying. But right now, we are descending into what is known as the Connaught Tunnel. bit of a hard word to pronounce this, so I apologise if I mispronounced it. But this tunnel here was originally built for the North London line. So unlike the rest of it, it's not two bore, it is one single, section. And it was significantly, modernised and upgraded for Elizabeth line trains. So we are literally in the original tunnel right now. Pretty awesome, right? As you can see my reflection in many different places. We're now passing the site of the abandoned Silvertown station. We'll go to this site a bit later on, but this is again original North London line track. Pretty awesome. Unfortunately, a lot of these factories are still here. Oh, sugar. Some of you will get that joke, but yeah. Let's go on to Woolwich. Pulling into Woolwich. Now, unfortunately, that is all of the travel we can do on the bits of the North London line Woolwich bit that are still in use. So for the rest of this, we're going to have to go on foot. So here at Woolwich, I probably should visualise what parts of the line are still in use and what parts of the line are not in use, because we've still got some bits we need to explore. So as of course, right now the line terminates at Stratford, and from Stratford to Canning Town it follows what is now the DLR. Of course, Star Lane, Abbey Road and Stratford High Street were added as part of the DLR. And then from Canning Town it used the same run right along to the DLR through Royal Victoria, and then at Custom House it now becomes part of the Elizabeth line and ran all the way to North Woolwich, which is just on this side of the river. Although unfortunately the Elizabeth line doesn't have a station in this area, so we've got to explore the rest on foot. So I'm here at Woolwich, we're going to go and get the DLR up through here, because actually the replacement for this branch to Woolwich is actually the DLR through to King George V. So if you're wondering why they shut it down, because it seemed like a pretty good link, it's because they built this branch through to King George V and eventually to Woolwich. But anyway, let's explore the sites of the original Silvertown and North Woolwich stations. With that plane, I am at London City Airport, and the reason why I've gotten off here is that this is, I think, the nearest modern day DLR station to the old Silvertown station. I think if you actually look at some of the old tube maps prior to this branch being constructed, I think it's actually marked as for London City Airport. But anyway, let's go and find the site of the station. Unfortunately, there's not much left, but you can still tell where it is. So here's the little entrance I've just come out of. There's the name of the station we're just about to explore right outside the back entrance to City Airport. That's pretty cool. I'm just walking down this road. There's London City Airport DLR station over there. And, well, there's this wall here. And, well, this wall right behind it is what is now the Elizabeth line. But this is where it used to run. You can sort of tell the Elizabeth line's there because you can see the overhead electric wires. This line used to be a third rail line, for the record. Also, I've just spotted there's this little art installation along the wall. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Dale and Lyle. Factory there, all over the world. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. I'm walking along this art wall, and roughly around here was the site of a Silvertown station on the North London line. Unfortunately, clearly when they built the Elizabeth line, the station got completely gutted. In fact, you can hear, can't see it, there's a train on the Elizabeth line right behind me, but yeah, the station sadly was completely demolished, so there is almost nothing left of the original Silvertown station, which was actually just one platform. This line, I didn't actually know this, from I think Custom House up through the Connaught Tunnel all the way to North Woolwich was single track. But there is actually one cool place to go. There's a footbridge over there that crosses over the Elizabeth line, where I can kind of give you a before and after image of back when the station was here and how it is now. Also, you can see the station was here. Let's go and have a look at that. So So I'm looking down the track heading towards Abbey Wood down there, and roughly you can see that wall beside. That is roughly where the platform used to be here at Silvertown, although unfortunately, as you can see, there is absolutely nothing left. But I'll put a photo up now showing to you guys that there was indeed a station here, and as we speak, the modern day train that runs along here, the 345, is coming through, coming from Abbey Wood, heading back in towards London. Sad that this station is no longer here, so you can't see any of the remains. There is actually a little bit of good news. There is a plan to build a new station somewhere on this site to serve the airport over there, which currently just has that tiny DLR station. It's not a confirmed plan, but there is a plan to maybe build a new station serving City Airport on the Elizabeth line. So who knows? Maybe one day Silvertown Station will come back. Let's hope. Anyway, let's go back to the DLR and explore the final station for the day and the original terminus of the North London line until 2006, North Woolwich. What I should of course point out is that both Silvertown and North Woolwich were replaced by DLR stations. So Silvertown was replaced by London City Airport there, and North Woolwich was replaced by King George V, one stop down the line. So there really wasn't a reason to keep this bit of the line open anyway. And if you really want to ride the original route, just take the DLR from Stratford. It follows the original route all the way through to Woolwich Arsenal. So the DLR Stratford International to Woolwich Arsenal route basically is the eastern bit of the North London line. Okay, so we've made it to King George V, the original terminus of this branch actually. Let's walk just down the road there to the original terminus. Just walking down from King George V, the DLR is just up there. Now the line used to travel flat along to North Woolwich. Currently of course the Elizabeth line goes underground, so there's a very, very small bit that is actually still above ground, this little bit of track that's now abandoned. Unfortunately, it's now been bisected by a road, but it's still there, but that's just a bit of track bed. We're actually here to explore the old station, and unlike, and I do mean unlike Silvertown, there are some remains. Let's go. So that there is the northern entrance to the Woolwich Ferry, and I believe this is it. This is the original station building for North Woolwich Station. Now I say original because while this is still standing, this was not the building that was used all the way up until 2006. The remains of that building are just down here. So unfortunately it's mostly been fenced off, but this used to be the original way in to North Woolwich Station, where the newer station building used to be. Now you might wonder, what's that doing in there, the original station building? Well, actually, until the line's closure, I believe there was a railway museum here, as well as, you know, the main station, which was down there. There was a railway museum, but unfortunately it looks like it's closed down, and now it says it's like a Methodist church or something. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but it's just great to see it here. Try and see if we can get a better view through there, because that is where the station building is. And also clearly it was built to serve the Woolwich Ferry, because the ferry terminal is right here. Peek my camera through the railings, you can sort of see where the original building was. Unfortunately it's all been demolished now, but you can probably mostly see where the building floor is. But this is where the North London line used to terminate. It used to terminate here. You can actually see the station facade in there. And as a bit of an indication of who actually owns this property now, this fence is guarded off with a Crossrail sign. So I think a bit of an indication that this is now Crossrail property and was clearly used when they were building the Elizabeth line. But there's so much in there that I really want to look at. And if you look on Google Earth, I'll put some Google Earth stuff, you can see all the foundations and the platforms that are still there. And you can see clearly where the station roof must have originally gone. But sadly, there's not much left except for this beautiful old station building. But here we are. this was the eastern terminus of the North London line until 2006. So as we stand outside the former terminus building here at North Woolwich, this is where we are going to end today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.